I ain't got no money. Hi everyone, it's Scott here from That's English School. イントロで言ったことわかりましたか？ I ain't got no money. 今回は ain't について話しますね。ain't というのはですね、ものすごく崩れてる言葉と言いますか、わけのわからない言い方ですよね。文法的にはもうぐちゃぐちゃです。それにしてもですね、よく使われています。この言い回しをちゃんと理解できると、映画やドラマとかですね、あとは洋楽も倍ぐらい楽しくなると思います。例えば自分が大好きな曲の中で Ain't It Fun by Paramore, If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys, and Ain't No Sunshine by Bill Withers. Now that's an older one. 洋楽によく出てくる言葉ですね。なぜかというと、すごく歌いやすいからですね。isn't より ain't の方がスムーズに聞こえますね。あとはですね、ちょっとかっこいい感じがしますね。今から英語で解説していきたいと思います。ain't is a slang expression which is extremely versatile. So versatile is something which can be used in many ways. But be careful, it is a slang expression, so you have to watch out how and where you use it. It has been around for hundreds of years and can be seen in the works of Charles Dickens, whose characters used a lot of Cockney expressions. Cockney is a dialect of London English, but that story is for another day. Walk down any street in New York, Melbourne, or London, and you're going to hear it being used. So, how do we use it? Well, it can be used to replace the following. Am not can be ain't. Isn't can also be ain't. Aren't is ain't. Haven't or hasn't can also be ain't. And don't and doesn't can be used as ain't.
Gotcha.
There are 3 different patterns we can use it in. Let's take a look at how to use it as a simple negative contraction. So a contraction means basically to make something shorter. So how do we use it? I ain't going to the party. So in standard English, this would be I'm not going to the party. He ain't sure. In standard English, this would be he isn't sure. You ain't serious. In standard English, you aren't serious. I ain't seen him today. In standard English, I haven't seen him today. She ain't come home yet. In standard English, she hasn't come home yet. So you just basically replace those words with ain't. It's very simple. It ain't rocket science. Okay, move along now, folks. Move along. There ain't nothing to see. Come on, everybody. Move back. Give us some space. We ain't got much time. You ready, PC Crawford? We're going in. I ain't going in there. I'm just here for backup. Crowd control. What are you on about? You ain't going in there. Come on, get a vest on. All hands on deck. I said I ain't going in there. No, sir. I didn't sign up for that. Are you refusing to follow orders, PC Crawford? Listen, Mr. Fancy Pants SWAT officer. You ain't my boss. No, sir. I'm just a plain old police officer, and that's the end of it. Come on, man. We ain't got much time. You gotta help us out. Okay, well, I suppose just this once. Okay, here is your firearm. And how do I fire this thing again? I ain't fired a gun since Police Academy. Let's look at how to use it as a double negative. So this can be kind of complicated. Complicated means something which is not so simple. If you have a double negative, it means a positive. Let's unbox this a little. This apple is not undelicious. So not is negative. Undelicious is a negative, so that means it has a positive meaning. So it's delicious. By the way, undelicious is not a real word, but somehow I feel native speakers might just say something like that, undelicious. So, how do we use it? Here's the first example. I ain't got no money. Ain't got no money, so that means you actually have some money, doesn't it? Because it's a double negative. Let's translate it into regular grammar. So step one would be, I don't have no money. So this is actually grammatically incorrect, but it's very conversational. And step two would be, I don't have any money. So this is grammatically correct and is also very conversational. Let's look at another one. I ain't done nothing. You ain't done nothing, so that means it's a double negative, so actually you did something? No, it doesn't mean that. So translated into regular grammar, it would mean, I haven't done nothing. Which, as I'm sure you can realize, this is grammatically incorrect, but it's very conversational. And to step two, it would be, I haven't done anything, which is grammatically perfect and very conversational. But some people say, I ain't done nothing. So, as I said, it's a super casual way of talking. Just bear that in mind. Mission accomplished. Great job, guys. And PC Crawford, really well done. Well, when duty calls, I ain't gonna let the side down. You ever thought about joining the SWAT team? Nah, it ain't really my cup of tea. I prefer the quieter life, giving out parking tickets, the occasional missing bicycle. Oh well, it ain't for everybody, I guess. Yeah, but I've got to admit, it was one of the most exciting things I've ever taken part in. Listen, I'll tell you what. Keep the vest. Think of it as a souvenir. Seriously? You mean it? Can I keep the gun too? No, I'm afraid not. You ain't allowed to keep that. It sure is a beauty. Here you go. It ain't my lucky day. We can also use it at the end of a sentence as a negative tag. So just to jog your memory, by the way, jog your memory means to remind you, to help you to remember something. Tag questions are things like, isn't it? Aren't they? Or isn't he? Those kinds of things. So, how do we use it? Okay, here's an example. It's a lovely day, ain't it? And this would be in regular English, it's a lovely day, isn't it? He's your son, ain't he? In regular English, he's your son, isn't he? Let's talk a little bit about the pronunciation. So, ain't ends in a T, but it's not usually pronounced very strongly. Or should I say, it ain't pronounced very strongly. Okay, let's practice. I'm red, you're blue. Okay, first one. I ain't got no time. I ain't got no time. Okay, the second one. She ain't my sister. She ain't my sister. And the third one. We ain't having a party. We ain't having a party. Okay, did you manage to do it? Ain't. Just remember, don't pronounce the T so strongly at the end. It's homework time. Okay, now I'm going to give you a special question today. It's a little bit different from usual. Do you remember the movie GHOSTBUSTERS from back in 1984? Well, I'm of that generation, so maybe if you're too young, you've never seen it before, but it's a great movie. Anyway, so today's question is about the theme song of GHOSTBUSTERS, okay? The question is this. What is the famous phrase using ain't in the original GHOSTBUSTERS theme song? Okay, so I'm going to put a link to this particular song. The song's called GHOSTBUSTERS, very simple. So I want you to go to this video, watch the video, and listen for the word ain't. Okay, see if you can work it out, and then put your answer in the comments box down below. Okay, let's see how good your listening ability really is. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.